Surfing, windsurfing, playing basketball, training every day with my friends, out in the sun and the ocean, best feeling in the world.
It was in June, and he was like, I feel really weak. And he and his brother and two friends were like, you know what, let's go surf, because the beaches opened up North Florida. So I was like, yes, please take the car, go for 2 days, and like be where he's at home.
And then I got home and I was just like, I need to take a few days off. I still wasn't feeling like myself. I was like, Mom, I need to go to the doctor. Like, we need to go. So that's when I went to the doctor to get a blood test. And then my mom calls me, she's like, we have to go to the hospital. The blood work's weird. I'm like, okay.
Dr. Giangulo walks in, and you could just feel like he was heavy. First thing he said is, what you have is treatable.
He says, you have leukemia. And then I was like, this is a joke. And all of a sudden we're being transported to the 6th tower. And I'm getting my port placed the next day. And I have to start chemo, he tells me, in a few days.
Dr. Giangulo said, you have a form of leukemia. And then he said the word lymphoma. And as soon as he said lymphoma, I think I almost heard nothing else for a few minutes, because we literally just went through this. And so now it's been almost 5 years since my husband passed away. At the time, it had been just over 4 years. 4 years in a way felt like yesterday that we just went through chemotherapy and everything.
So he had a very rare form of lymphoma, usually affects adults, and it's known as hepatosplenic T-cell lymphoma. The plan was to immediately do chemotherapy, get him in remission. Once we got him in remission, put him into a deeper remission, and then proceed with transplant.
Well, chemo was very difficult because it's like, you get the chemo, you're feeling okay, it knocks you down, and then you start to feel better, and then you get knocked down again. So it's kind of like this cycle where you start to feel better, and you're like, all right, this is good. And then, all right, it's time for your next round, and you get weaker every round as you go through it. And when you start to like look different, it's a lot of like mental things that just build up in you, and it's very difficult to stay on top of that while you're going through it.
Any new patient newly diagnosed here in the hospital, one of the consults is to behavioral medicine. And so the psychologist helps us to tell us the patient's in a good state mentally, parents are in a good state, or parents are very nervous. And if the parents are nervous, then that requires me and my team to really educate, because I think if we're able to educate them onto what's coming, what's going to happen, what to expect, it's critical for them to be in a positive state of mental health.
Self-care was very important to Michael. So our goal was to get him to back on those tasks, taking care of his body, taking care of his mental health. And self-care is so incredibly important, not only for the child, but for the family as well. You will find me often asking the parents, did you get some sleep? Are you eating? Are you taking good care of yourself? Because we have to take care of ourselves to take care of others, in essence. There's a lot of work that goes into the cancer journey. So mental health is everyone's business. It matters to everyone. So taking care of yourself is key.
Throughout my whole journey, mental health has been one of the biggest things. You know, when you're diagnosed with cancer, you can take it one way or another. You can say, okay, this is a death sentence, or you could say this is a chance at a new life. And when I was given the opportunity, to get a bone marrow transplant and a chance at a new life, I just had to look at all the positives. Even though there's so many negatives that come with it also, I break down, obviously. But the biggest thing for me has been, okay, I can break down, I can cry, I can be sad, but I always have to pick myself up no matter what, because I have it so much better than so many people do, and I just need to be grateful for my health and the fact that I'm still here alive, considering the disease I had and everything I've gone through.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's such an important month, but mental health should be taken care of year-round. If you see any changes in your child, you are the expert of your children. You know them best. So if you're seeing any of those red flags of concerns with school, isolation, appetite changes, talk to your pediatrician, come to the Nicholas Children's Hospital, get that help for your children and get that help for you.
I love what Michael's done on social media, and it has given him a great platform, and I love what he's done. He makes TikToks and videos and to inspire people, to show them, okay, this is real, this is what I look like. And he takes that and people message him and he literally tries to answer everyone that he can. He tries to reach back out, and if someone says, well, I had a bad day and you inspired me, he's like, thank you, and I think that it helps other kids to see you don't have to be perfect to still be motivating and inspiring. Like, you don't have to look perfect to inspire other people. And that doesn't have to be the goal. The goal is feeling good, mental health. That is the goal right now.
And I have just such an amazing support group and family. Like, they're always texting me. My brother's always asking me how I am. My mom, my sister, my grandma. I could go on, honestly, like forever. Yeah, because of the amazing people I've met here in the Child Life Specialty Program, you know, it's inspired me to want to become one myself. You know, people like Ellie and Gabby and all the other people that have helped me and literally on my journey. Like, it's just amazing what they've done for me. You know, Ellie was the first person to take me walking outside during my bone marrow transplant, and that mentally it was like this huge moment for me. It was my first time outside with a whole new bone marrow. It was monumental, and I think Child Life Specialists here have changed my experience here and helped me so much. There's just so many people that made this journey possible and doable, and I don't think I would be in this situation if it wasn't for them.